internet software is a very young industry. It's 30, 40 years old. That's nothing compared to other professions out there. As a profession, I don't think the tools we use for building software have really captured the patterns of the software we're trying to build. So like you walk out of the door, you see brick buildings and you see glass buildings, and you can imagine my expectation is people show up to a brick building construction site with bricks and a glass building construction site with glass, because we've seen so many of these that we just know we need bricks and glass. In software, it's almost like we go to the construction site with sand every single time, and we're like, hey, maybe we're going to take the sand and convert it to glass and build a glass building. Maybe we're going to take the sand, convert it to bricks, build a brick building. And my view is like, these patterns are so obvious now that maybe what we need is higher level tooling. Tools that are like, this is a tool for brick buildings. This is a tool for glass buildings. The two tools do not need to be the same. You don't need to start at the same low level. And that's what Gadget is. It's like a boilerplate free, all of the repetitive stuff you do to build brick buildings, pushed down by us. We handle all of that for you. You handle what's unique about your brick building. The bricks are not unique. I guarantee that. Bricks are used by every building. And so that's kind of what we mean by like the sand is the boilerplate. Building bricks from sand over and over again. You could be building a Shopify app, a toothpick store, a Magento app, a Airtable app. I don't even need to know what you're building to know that you need a database, you need a backend, you need a front end, you need these libraries, you need this infrastructure. And all of those motions a developer is going through, running these commands on their computer to spin up the same database again, build a login form, because, you know, every software on the internet has a login form over and over and over again. People pay for that time. And I consider all of that to be boilerplate. If you're building a Shopify app that's a fulfillment service, what's unique about it is the fulfillment logic. The database, the front end, the back end, how to talk to Shopify, all of that is nonsense. The only thing that is unique code that the engineer has to like really sit down and think, how am I going to calculate this, is the logic for the math for the fulfillment service. And then 75% of the rest of the code they write to make that app work is the same code to make a different app work as well, and a different app and a different app. That is boilerplate to me. And to me, you push that down and you have the engineer focus their time on the 30%, and the platform and the tool needs to figure out how to hand the developer the 70% in an extensible way, which is very tricky, but that's kind of our game, is to do that.